Welcome to Module 12, Life After Reaching Your Goal Weight. I really hope that this will help inspire you of things that you can look forward to after you reach your goal weight, and to think about that this could be in your future possibly. I can't guarantee results, but I'm hoping that you will have success. I really feel that everybody can have success with weight loss. We're on our last module, so the last piece of this puzzle. So lesson 34, inspiring others, sharing your weight loss success story. You might be really frustrated right now because you're just starting out losing weight, and maybe you have a whole year or 2 years before you're going to reach your goal weight. And you just don't want to even think that far ahead because it seems too far out of your reach. So I wanted to include this so that you can think of things ahead of time. A lot of this is forward thinking, realizing that we're going to be changing, because if we stay the same, we will have the same body. We have to do some changing in this process. And so if you can start to imagine, what could my life be like? And I'm going to be talking about transferable skills. So I have had a very interesting life, as you've been hearing about it, and I have felt very much inferior in terms of academics over the years. And I thought, I can never be a writer. I can never, be anybody who can achieve things like other people who are academics. And I was not encouraged to go to university or anything, along those lines. It was, women are good in the home, be a mother, be a wife. So I didn't think I was very smart. At the age of 40, I changed careers. I went to college and I got straight A's at business college. And it just opened my eyes to realize, well, I was living somebody else's idea of what I should be doing. And realizing I have a voice, realizing I am smart, realizing I can do things that I didn't think I could do before, such as have a podcast. I had a podcast for over a year. And after thinking that I was bad at English, I've published 9 books on Amazon. And all of these different things that I've been able to accomplish over the years because I'm realizing I had transferable skills. All of the weird things that happened when I was really young, and the schools that were not conventional that I went to, actually I can draw on some of those things and pursue dreams in the future and pursue things that I didn't think I could do. And that was the same with weight loss. Being able to publish my main book and my 2 workbooks, I would have never dreamed I could have done this in the past. So as I started to have more success in terms of realizing, oh, I'm not stupid. I have some, ability to do things, and I can push myself. I can have a podcast. I can publish books. I can create websites. I can learn new skills. Then it just gave me more confidence. And then losing the weight was sort of like the second to last straw. Getting in shape to me is my next goal, what I am wanting for myself, my personal self. But losing the weight was the biggest struggle that I had had over all of those years. And so realizing that I have a story to share, I could never be where I am right now if other people had not shared their stories. In that Facebook group, for instance, and then other people who've shared their stories about publishing books or having podcasts or having a new career or having a new relationship, all of these things, when other people shared their story through the quotes or through interviews or through their books, when those people shared their story, I saw that there was a possibility that I could maybe achieve that, or I could have that success, or I could learn how to do that skill. And so when you lose your weight, when you change your lifestyle, people are going to notice. They're not going to probably notice the first month or maybe the second month. If you lose 1 pound a week, it's going to take a little while for it to show on your body. But then it's going to start to show more and more. People are going to start to ask. And there was one weight loss group I started in the government job that I had, and I had lost 25 pounds on one of my yo-yo diets. I think that was the paleo diet. And people started to notice, and 25 pounds is significant enough, and usually people will notice. And so I thought, oh, this is great. And so I created a PowerPoint and I did a lunch and learn, and all these people came out, and then I would have weekly meetings and people would come and weigh themselves and we'd keep track, and it kept going for a while. So I would get inspired and I'd share my story and I'd inspire other people. And I don't know, I hope that some people that I shared about the paleo diet or through these other groups, I hope some of them haven't been continuing to yo-yo diet, maybe they have, maybe they can find out that there is a solution other than yo-yo dieting. So when you reach your goal weight, you might say, you know what? I want a podcast about it. I want to tell people about it. Or you can say, you know what? I want to write a book. And I remember when I had reached my goal weight, there was about 2 months, and I thought, I got to tell people about this. I have to write it down. So I took about 6 weeks to write this book. And I knew that if I put myself on the cover, that was going to be an accountability for myself. It was scary. I've got my before picture on there. Putting the after picture on there was scarier than putting myself when I didn't feel like I was, I looked very good. It was a bit embarrassing, but to me, this was scarier because I knew this is going out into the world. Everybody's going to see what I look like, and I better make sure that I stay slim. So writing a book, putting your face on the cover, putting your body on the cover of it, it's amazing how that has helped motivate me. I still have that outfit. It's a little thing, and it's holding myself accountable because I know I have a history of yo-yo dieting, a history of being addicted to sugar and addicted to carbs. I know I can slip back, and I know this could have become another yo-yo diet if I hadn't put into place certain things, such as telling other people about it, posting online, writing my book, writing more books, doing this course. All of this is continuing to help me. I need help. I'm not perfect. I know that I could slip back, and this could have become a yo-yo diet again. I'm pretty sure because I had so many habits in place that it probably wouldn't be as extreme a yo-yo diet, but I know, like I proved at Christmas when I started to gain weight again and I got back into baking, that was really hard for me to realize, oh my goodness, I could slip back. Knowing that I had this book, knowing that I've told people, it's a greater accountability that I have. I'm responsible to myself to stay on track. And I want to. I love this lifestyle. I love being slim. I love not having to worry about my weight anymore. It's fantastic. And I'm feeling so healthy. So sharing your weight loss success story doesn't mean you have to do all this, but you can be interviewed on other podcasts or on other people's shows. Maybe you can submit your story to a book that's being published that has other people's success stories. But maybe you do decide, I want to write a book about it. I would love to help everybody write a book. This is why I can't stop. I've got 9 books. I have so many books in draft version. It's so much fun. And I call it creating because there is a whole process in terms of you write it, you get the pictures in there, and you format it, and you edit it, and then you put the cover on it. It's a creation process, not just the writing part. When you create a book, and then you print it off, and it doesn't cost very much to print it off and to have it in your hand. So it took 7 years for me to write my memoir, and when I did, it was very therapeutic to finally have it in my hand. And I felt like once I'd created this, put it on Amazon, and I think I've sold 1 copy, but that wasn't the point. The point was for me, and it was therapy. So this might work for you too, where you say, you know what, I have a story to tell. I want to put it into a book. I'm going to learn how to do this. And I wish I could help everybody help publish books. I learned it all from YouTube. I learned it from podcasts, how to do this. I figured it out and I learned it all. It's all learnable. All these skills are learnable. Podcasting, I learned all of that from YouTube tutorials and from podcasts, how to create podcasts back in 2017. So it's all learnable, and this is how you can get your story out. These are things that helped me and might help you in the future. So most people know Brené Brown talking about shame, etc. And I love this quote that she has. One day you will tell your story of how you overcame what you went through, and it will be someone else's survival guide. I can't even read this quote without breaking down because all those other people, because all those other people sharing their story, they were my survival guide and realized I could get there. And you don't know who you might help. And we are community. We need to help each other. And it's important. And so just to know that you can get through this, hopefully my story is helping you, and you'll hear about other people's stories that are helping you. And it will be a survival guide. It will help somebody else. We need each other in this, and we need to be able to have the freedom and feel like we have the autonomy and the freedom to tell our stories. And like a podcast, you could have an interview podcast where you interview other women or other people who've gone through certain situations. Your book you could hand out to people and give it away, you know, to help other people and inspire them. So we just never know how we're going to connect with people and never know how we're going to help people. And tell your story as you're going through it too. Write it down. I couldn't have written this book if I wasn't journaling while I was losing the weight, and I was keeping track of all of the good videos, and most of the links to the videos that I have on the resource page are from this book, because those were the videos that people were telling their story. Some of those people had lost weight and then talked about it. They're telling their story. And so the links in the resource page are mostly from this book too. So when people tell their story, then other people are inspired, and it can be someone else's survival guide. I didn't know I'd break down, but that's how I'm feeling, literally. So just know that you can inspire other people, and we can get through this. It's challenging to be overweight. It's challenging to be obese. It's challenging to lose weight, but it's not as challenging once you get there. It's a lot less challenging to maintain the weight after you've lost it. Life is so much easier for me now. So that's one reason I'm sharing my story with you. So we have 2 lessons left in this course, and the next one, we're going to be talking about exercise after you've lost your weight. So hope to see you in the next lesson.